Welcome back to part 2 of our snowball parts, and we're just going around and we're finishing. I'll show you here. We've got a couple of things that we need to continue to trace. So we're back at here. We're going to go to view, and we have created the nose. I don't know that we've done the mitten. Yep, we've done the mitten. Let's see what else we have. We've done the eye, we've done the head, arm, hat band. We've done the hat band. Let's scroll down here. Okay, so let's go back to the nose because we know that there's some other images around our nose. And I'm going to blow up on this just a little bit more. Grab that pen tool. Be aware of your corner points. And actually for this one, I'm going to click and drag down to get that started and over. Create a corner point, and then back to a corner point. I'm going to press that space bar and move my image over. 1, we're going to click and drag. 2, just click once to finish that line. Press and hold Control. Click, hit the space bar, move that up. We're going to get our teeth here. So we're going to click once, click and drag, and then finish your path to create a shape and click. Press and hold Control, click. Let's zoom out, and then it looks like we need to create the snowball. So I'm going to zoom in on that snowball and grab the pen tool. So on 1, I need to look and see what direction, what order we're going in. We're going to click and drag, move it on over, keep going. Back to where we can come in contact with that and drag to finish out the snowball. Press and hold Control, click to deselect, and we have all of the parts together. Okay, let's turn the page. Now we're going to add some color. This is the fun part. Say that's everything, don't I? Okay, verify that nothing is selected on the artboard. We're going to open up our color panel. Mine's already open. You can go ahead and open yours up. You know you can go to Window and then Color Panel or Color to get that open. We're going to create a royal blue color on our color panel. So if you just click over here, you can see that we've got a nice blue. I actually changed the stroke. I'm going to make this the fill. So we've got that, whoops, I'm going crazy here. I'm going to make that fill come forward, okay, and take that stroke off. Click on our fill. The fill is forward. We're going to click on that nice blue and decide, you can adjust that blue, you can make it darker, deeper blue, whatever you think you want for that nice deep royal blue color, okay? Let's look at our image on full screen. Okay, we're on number 3. Number 3 says, fill the arm with the royal blue color and then change its stroke to 6 points. So click on your selection tool, click on that arm. This is the color that we created earlier. We can click on it, or we can go back and try and get that color again. So let's click on that color that we created earlier. Then our stroke is black. We're going to come over here to our weight, and we're going to change that to 6 points. Right there, 6 points. Deselect the arm. Then create a deep red color on the color panel. So let's go for that deep red tone. And I don't want my fill to be in check here. I'm going to go back to that red tone. And we want it to be a nice deep tone. Whoops, that's almost purple. Let's come over here and add some black to it. Okay. Okay, so we're going to fill our hat band with the deep color and then change its stroke to 3. So click on your selection tool, click on your hat band, and then we can go back and click on our fill for that color here, or over here, which is where we did it earlier. Here is our stroke. We can make sure that our stroke says 3 points. You saw that change there. And then deselect. Now we're going to create a flesh toned color on the color panel. And you guys can make your flesh tone any tone you want, but what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to start with a tone that they give you and then move out from there and create any kind you want. So I'm also going to show you a little trick on opening up a flesh tone panel for your swatches. So you guys have one up on everybody else because you're watching the video. So flesh tone. We're going to do what the book tells you to do first so we can see how each of these things can be affected. So the color panel wants you to get 20% for magenta to 0. Hit enter. The color panel is 20% magenta and then 56% yellow. And then that's a basic flesh tone. Okay. You can go through and play with any of these other options if you want to. You can also click on any of these options and then go back and change them a little bit more. Or you can come over here to your menu on your swatches panel, and then we're going to go to Open Swatch Library, and then we're going to go to Skin Tones and click on Skin Tones. And so if you look on here, there's also a ton more skin tones, and you don't have to just stick with one of these tones. Let's say if you like this particular tone, you can go through and adjust it a little bit more too. Okay, so let's say I like this skin tone. I'm just going to leave it right here. And it says, fill the head with the flesh tone and don't change the stroke or the weight. So I'm going to click on my selection tool and click on the head. And then go back to the flesh tone that I had earlier and click on it. Okay, you can change it again if you want to change it. They sure do look different after you apply the fill. Lots of different tones that you can work with. Oh, that was bright. Okay, so here's our flesh tone. We want to take our stroke to, we want to leave the stroke just the way it is. Okay. And we're done with the skin tone. Like I said, you could do whatever you want. Same thing for the eye. If you want to change the eye color, you can do that. But let's go over, right now we're going to work with the pom-pom. So it looks like the pom-pom or the snowball, well, no, we need to go to the pom-pom. Where's the pom-pom? Here's the pom-pom. So it looks like the pom-pom is white, but technically it is not. You guys know from experience that your fill is empty. So it's just a stroke, no fill. We want to make that fill white. Okay, so now that pom-pom has a white fill. Don't change the stroke. It says fill the mouth with black, don't change the stroke. So now we need to go back to the mouth. Select that mouth, and then we're going to change the fill to black. Compare your work to figure 32. Select the torso. Then click on the eyedropper tool and then click the blue arm. So I need to zoom out. Go back and click the eyedropper tool. Verify that your torso is selected and then click. So notice that that picked up both the stroke weight and the color. So if we deselect, both of those look the same. Switch to your selection tool. Select the hat. Click the eyedropper tool. Click the hat band. Using the method you like, fill and stroke the remaining objects using the color shown in 34 in figure 34. So the mitten is red. So we're going to select that mitten. Click here and here. There we go. And then we're going to zoom in on the iris. Click on the iris. We're actually just going to make sure that's selected. Kind of hard to see. I'm just going to take the fill and make it black on the iris. And I think we're finished. The only thing I want you to make sure you do so that you don't have any problems later is I want you to make sure you do not put a fill on the nose or the brow, but you do put a white fill on the teeth. So we're going to click here, put that white fill on the teeth. Okay? All right, save your work. We're moving on. We're going to select and copy. I have my skin went black for just a moment, my page went black, but you're going to select and copy all of the elements on the artboard. So let's go to select all. Now we're going to go to edit, copy. We're going to create a new CMYK color document that is 9 by 9 and save it as snowball assembled. So go to File, New. Let's hit Print. And we're going to change this to inches. Make sure it's 9 inches by 9 inches. Okay, 9 inches by 9 inches. And hit Create. Okay. Save it as snowball assembled. Highlight that and type snowball assembled. And hit save. Next step is you go to edit, edit, paste. There's all of our parts. I'm going to end this video right here. This is a good stopping part, and we'll start again on our new video will be called Snowball Assembled.